Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. Nobody expected this. Not the fans, not the media, not even their closest co-stars. But one glance, one touch, one unspoken moment between Zhao Jinmai and Zhang Linghe, and suddenly, the world stopped breathing. The internet is exploding. Fans are crying, screaming, celebrating. Because for the first time, it didn't feel like acting, it felt like love, real, raw, and undeniable. It all began at what was supposed to be an ordinary night in the glittering world of Chinese entertainment, an award show filled with flashing lights, applause, and designer gowns. Zhao Jinmai, the rising star whose elegance had always been described as grace wrapped in calm, walked onto the stage with her usual poise. And then, Zhang Linghe appeared. Tall, gentle-eyed, the kind of man who carries quiet confidence instead of arrogance. Together, they presented an award. But what should be even a routine segment turned into something unforgettable. When their eyes met, it wasn't just chemistry. It was something unexplainable. Zhao Jinmai's smile softened. Zhang Linghe's voice lowered as if speaking only to her. And for a moment, even the audience seemed to disappear. That brief touch when he handed her the envelope, it lingered just a heartbeat too long. Cameras caught it. Fans replayed it. Thousands of slow-motion edits flooded TikTok and Weibo within minutes. Why does this feel so real? Look at how he looks at her, this isn't acting. My heart can't handle this level of chemistry. The hashtags exploded overnight. Zhao Jinmai, Zhang Linghe, real love vibes. See drama come to life. Ling my moment. Their recent collaboration, Sparks of Time, had already set the internet on fire. Fans praised their emotional connection on screen, but this was something different. Something unscripted. Later, as they stood together backstage, a fan video captured Zhang Linghe gently fixing a strand of hair that had fallen across Zhao Jinmai's face. She laughed, that soft, genuine kind of laugh that doesn't need words. And that was all it took. The spark ignited. From that moment, their names were no longer just two separate stars, they became a pair, whispered in the same breath. Zhao Jinmai and Zhang Linghe. The night that changed everything wasn't written in any script, but it became the beginning of a story everyone suddenly wanted to believe in. Their story didn't end that night, it only began to bloom. In the weeks that followed, every public appearance, every behind-the-scenes clip became a clue in the growing mystery of their relationship. Were they just friends, or was something deeper hiding behind those subtle glances during the Sparks of Time press tour? The chemistry was impossible to ignore. Zhao Jinmai, known for her reserved nature, suddenly seemed more open, more playful, especially when Zhang Linghe was around. He teased her gently during interviews. She'd roll her eyes, but her smile betrayed her. And fans, they were living for it. One moment, in particular, broke the internet. When a reporter asked about their on-screen kiss, Zhang Linghe smiled and said, "That wasn't acting. It was real emotion." The audience gasped. Even Zhao Jinmai looked taken aback, her cheeks flushed pink, her lips curving into that shy, heart-melting grin. That clip alone reached millions of views in under 24 hours. It wasn't long before fans began connecting the dots, matching bracelets, the same photo filters, similar captions posted minutes apart. Coincidence maybe. But for fans who believed in fate, it was destiny unfolding in real time. And yet, there was something beautiful about how they didn't rush to confirm or deny anything. Instead, they let their actions speak. Quiet dinners after filming. Late-night rehearsals. The way he shielded her from flashing cameras when the crowd got too close. Even the media, known for its cynicism, softened. One journalist wrote, "If this is love, it's not the loud, showy kind. It's the quiet kind, a kind that feels safe." For many, Zhao Jinmai and Zhang Linghe had become more than just co-stars. They became symbols of something purer in an industry that often feels scripted and polished to perfection. And that's why fans couldn't look away. Because this was the kind of love story that reminded them of the dramas that first made them dream. Then came the moment that no one will ever forget. During a fan meeting in Beijing, Zhang Linghe was asked about his ideal type. The crowd screamed Zhao Jinmai's name loudly, playfully, almost daring him to react. He smiled. But then, instead of dodging the question like most celebrities do, he simply said, "Someone who makes me feel at peace. Someone who understands silence." At that exact second, the camera cut to Zhao Jinmai sitting in the audience, eyes glimmering, smile small but knowing. The crowd went wild. And for those who had followed their journey from sparks of time to that unforgettable awards night, it was confirmation, not through words, but through emotion. They didn't need a label. They didn't need to announce anything. Because love, real love, doesn't always need to be declared, it just shows. Days later, photos surfaced of the two walking side by side after a late-night wrap-up. He was holding her umbrella. She was holding his coffee. Simple, quiet, human. And maybe that's why the story hit differently. Because unlike the fairy tales fans are used to, Zhao Jinmai and Zhang Linghe's connection felt real. Not polished, not planned, just honest. It reminded everyone that sometimes, the most beautiful love stories aren't written by screenwriters. They're written by time, and a little bit of fate. As the world continues to speculate, one thing remains undeniable: Zhao Jinmai and Zhang Linghe have changed how people see love in entertainment. They reminded fans that love doesn't always scream to be seen. Sometimes, it whispers in small gestures, a look, a laugh, a shared silence. Their connection became a mirror for fans who waited for something genuine in an industry built on illusion. And maybe, just maybe, that's why millions across the world are rooting for them, not as actors, but as two souls who found something extraordinary amidst the chaos of fame. Whether or not they confirm it doesn't matter anymore.